This particular piece, yeah, it's a couple, they've broken up. They're in a coffee shop, a fictitious coffee shop called Crank. And the woman's name is, the ex-girlfriend's name is Jackie. I arrive at Crank 30 minutes early to reacquaint myself with the terrain, to secure a perimeter and dig in. The decor is half and half. The seating area suggests a boho bookstore, post and beam, exposed brick, leashed dogs and unleashed children. Behind the counter are the coffee sequencing lab, glass and stainless, beakers and tubing, presses and grinders. Are you supposed to drink this stuff or snort it? The tables up front are filled with people sitting alone, some still in their pajamas, backpacks on the opposing seats, drinking Crank beverages and munching food from Tupperware containers brought from home. On their tables, iPads, USB hubs, external hard drives, wireless mice, and cables strung to too few power outlets. I spot a guy packing up and idling, and I spot a guy packing up and idle by his table. A bearded dude in a knee-length nightshirt and fluffy slippers comes from the other direction and idles too. He has hairy ankles and several inches on me. I look up and attempt to stare him down. Another table opens up nearby. "No worries, sir," the dude says. "I'll take this one." A few minutes later, he comes over. "Excuse me, sir." He gestures to the outlet under my table. "Mind if I plug in?" "No worries, bro," I say without looking up. A woman with a stained hoodie, 2 kids and a baby in a stroller set up at a long table nearby. She heaves the baby out of the stroller and starts to breastfeed. I feel marginalized, othered, and lonely. 2 older kids, boys of about 3, stand on their chairs and start banging the table. The mother raises her voice. "Pele, Beckham, sit down, now." Jackie always joked that hipsters like to name their kids after foreign soccer players. She also joked that there was a simple solution for overpopulation and global warming: eat more kids. Someone blonde and slender enters my field of vision. She's wearing a black leather blazer over a charcoal jersey dress, black nylons, black ankle boots, and crimson lipstick. A thoroughbred in a petting zoo. Jackie's breasts seem higher, her ass firmer. When our eyes meet, her expression goes flat. Man the battle stations. Little Pele is in the aisle playing with something in his diaper, blocking Jackie's path. The mother, still nursing, apologizes and shouts at the boy. "Sit down, Pele. Don't make me come over there." I smile and say to Jackie, "Stir-fried brat with oyster sauce?" She drops her bag on the table and does not smile. Maybe she's having a bad day. She sits down and back in her seat and crosses her arms as if she's expecting something. We stare at each other. "Large black?" I ask when I can no longer take the silence. "Chamomile," she says in a low voice. "I'm on the wagon." Jackie on the wagon? Who has she been fucking for the last week? When I return with our beverages, the dude is plugging a second device into the wall socket next to Jackie's knee. He ignores me and goes back to check the rig on his table, then comes over again and says to me, "I'm sure it's not intentional, but the plug keeps coming out." "Look, bucko," I say, "you've got 2 cords strung under my table. I'm just trying to enjoy a coffee with my ex-girlfriend." I'm surprised by my gusto. Maybe it's the caffeine, or maybe it's because one of Jackie's favorite activities was messing with the millennials. The guy continues to stand there and says nothing. I say, "You know, in some states, fighting an elderly person is a hate crime." He looks confused and glances at Jackie for a verdict. Instead, she offers to switch tables with him. "Traitor," I say to her when we stand to move. No laugh, no smile, nothing. Pele and his family have been joined by more children and another mother who immediately distributes crayons and paper to the little horde. The mothers blather on about tiny houses, heirloom avocados, hackathons, ethically sourced hammocks, Trump and Ponzi, Trump and Caligula, Trump and Mel Gibson. I lean towards Jackie and cup my mouth. Are you listening to that? I haven't been following the news lately, Jackie says. Her voice trails off. She does not smile. I want to reach for her hand, but don't. After we split up, Jackie says, looking over my shoulder, my mother suggested I volunteer somewhere to get out of the apartment. So I'm helping out at Spare Change, the newspaper street people sell in Harvard Square. She takes out a flyer from her purse and hands it to me. They have literary events and readings. I hold the flyer close. I hold it far. Jackie sighs and finally hands me her reading glasses. You should go sometime, she says. She says I should go, not we should go. A middle-aged couple wearing skinny high-water jeans and hoodie wife beaters that say, I can't adult today, passes by. They both have loud tattoos on their shoulders. Jackie watches them, shakes her head and says, I propose a murder-suicide if we ever end up like that. We?